minutes, but this is Shiva Feshareki. We're about to hear the premiere of Shiva's piece for this Ada Lovelace evening, Perpetual Motion. So we'll get behind the title in just a moment, but what aspect of Ada Lovelace did you want to explore in the piece?
Mainly looking at her idea of, maths as poetry, the poetry of mathematics, because I also think about sound and music as physics and mathematics, and creativity and spirituality and science and maths all as interconnected.
So that's all already in your head and in your compositions?
Yeah.
And you're just sort of tapping into Ada Lovelace as a means of actually triggering some of that?
Yeah, like relating to that and getting inspiration, yeah.
Okay, so the title, where is this perpetual motion? Well, I saw the rehearsal, so I've had a clue, but explain.
So the idea of the composition is that the whole piece is based on movement and motion and also contrasts. So the composition is based around a variety of different interconnected, multidimensional ways of viewing movement. So for example, there's two movements, an acoustic movement and an electronic movement. In the acoustic movement, you've got the constant motion of the sort of this square semiquavers, but you also have the motion of the string players moving from the bridge, the perpetual motion of like moving from the bridge to the fingerboard constantly. And this motion of going forward and backwards and then front and back then triggers the harmonic series, which is, the geometry of the natural world. And it's an infinite series. So you've got this very square mechanical element, which then triggers something that is fundamentally beautiful and infinite and natural. So you've got this idea of the contrast, the mechanical versus the natural, the human versus the machine, the acoustic, electronic, and how it's actually the same thing. Got the electronic movement, which is also focused on motion. So I don't normally get to explain the process behind my electronic music, but what you hear in the electronic movement is the only material you hear is me saying an Ada Lovelace quote. In due time I shall be a poet. And then that's the only material. I don't add any other sonic material. It's only the motion of the electronics being manipulated, slowed down and sped up forwards and backwards that creates all of the sonic material.
So you're breaking down the voice and the sentence to sort of reveal the mechanics of the expression.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes, it changes its meaning. So the way that the sound's manipulated changes the meaning, it changes the feeling, the aesthetic, everything is transformed using movement. And finally, the contrast between the movement 1 and movement 2, there's a real contrast, and that is meant to be like a comment on our time.
I shall in due time be a poet. I shall in due time be a poet. 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 I shall in due time be a poet. 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 Shall in due time be a due time. Be a due time. Be a due time, be a due time, poet, shall in due time, poet, shall in due time.